everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you 6 easy ways to declutter your home. At the moment I am going through a decluttering phase where I actually want to declutter 1,000 items from my home in a month. So if you follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, you will be able to see sort of my progress. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on it or not. If you would like to see a video on it, then please leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do for you. But these are just some tips that I'm going to give you for decluttering around your home that really help me. So first of all, we need to be realistic. Are we actually going to use this item? So is this a perception of what you want to be or of what you were in the past and you're still holding on to it? For instance, I have a guitar and I used to be a singer in a band and I always wanted to learn the guitar. I had this guitar and I tried to play this guitar and I'm absolutely crap at guitar. I will not lie to you. I cannot play guitar. I know the chords, but when it comes to getting the right hand, I just can't get it right. And I don't know what it is about this guitar. I just have this attachment to this guitar, and I think it's because of my past and my enjoyment of music, and I'm just not willing to let it go. So I need to be realistic. Am I actually going to use this item, or is it just going to sit here and gather dust and it's just going to be another thing for me to have to maintain unnecessarily? The second easy way to declutter is to give things away. So at the moment we are actually in isolation and all the op shop bins are being taken away. So donating things is really hard. So what I have been doing is making piles. So I have a pile of donation, I'll have another pile that is rubbish, and then I'll have another pile that I'll give away to friends. So if you're feeling guilty about decluttering things because you may have never used that item and you're thinking about how much money you have put into that item financially and you know that you're just never going to use it, then maybe thinking about giving it away to somebody that you know that will actually use it or will love it. So for instance, I made this big mosaic down the end of my hallway. My mum absolutely loves this, so I'm actually going to give it to mum because I know that she's going to get enjoyment from it. So every time that she looks at it, she's going to actually enjoy this piece because she's been eyeing it off forever. So I'll give it away to her. But I have been reluctant to give this item away because it took me hours to make it. I actually had to hand cut and glue all those tiles on and grout it. So giving away to someone that I know is going to enjoy it really does help me let go of things. And also giving away to people that you know that are in need. So I just gave away a heap of clothes to a family that has a large number of kids that may need help financially. So again, that is another way that it makes me feel good to really get rid of things. And it's giving away to somebody who you know that will actually want the item and you don't feel guilty about the money that you've spent on it or the time that you've spent to make it. The third easy way to declutter is to make a space limit. So as some of you may know, if you've watched my other videos, this space behind me is just full of kids' toys. So if it reaches outside of that space, I know that I have to declutter that space. So I have to go through it and make sure all the toys have their pieces, that she actually plays with all the toys and that she hasn't outgrown the toys. And anything that goes into that sort of category will get donated or given away. Now moving on to sentimental items. This one can be really, really hard for some people. So I've actually recently done this myself with my photos. So I went through my photos and anything that reminded me of a bad time in my past, I've actually thrown it out. So people that I'm no longer friends with, or you may have photos of family or friends where you look at that photo and it reminds you of a really negative time, then maybe think about getting rid of that photo. So when you do open your photo album and you look at it, you're not reminded of negative times. Those negative times, unfortunately, are still embedded in your head. You don't need a picture reminder of it. When it comes to gifts that family have given you or something that family has given you, please do not feel guilty about throwing it out or giving it away. If it's not serving a purpose to you, it's just taking up your time on maintaining it and taking up space in your house, and definitely consider giving away to somebody who may actually want this or may actually be able to use this. And if your family member does find out about this and they're not happy with you, you can explain to them that, hey, I actually know somebody who really loved this item and they can actually use it, and it's just been sitting in my wardrobe for years. I'm really sorry, but I really wanted to see that item being used and I absolutely love the item. And I think that family member will eventually get over it because they'll realise that it's actually going to a good home and that they haven't actually wasted money on it. If you have a family heirloom, like a furniture piece for instance, that you no longer need, then maybe asking around the family first before you get rid of it, to give your family the option if they would like to have that item or not. And you won't have your family being annoyed with you by giving away something that was your grandma's and maybe sentimental to them too. And for artwork, so if you're a parent and you feel really guilty about throwing your children's artwork out and your children really want those artwork, a friend of mine actually has a box for each child. So she has a box for each child, and at the end of the year, she lets the children pick which items that they would like to keep. So she said a lot of the time her kids actually just throw it all out and wonder why they wanted to keep it anyway. So that stops the arguments and people from getting upset with you in your household. If you do have something really special that you would like to keep, then definitely keep that item. But if you do not have the room for it, then think about taking a photo of it, putting it on your computer, and then you'll be able to revisit that memory later on. The fifth thing you need to consider when decluttering is, do you love it and does it serve you any purpose? So just remember that everything has a cost. Even if it's not monetary, it may cost you time in maintaining that item and cleaning that item, and that is time that you could spend with your family and friends and doing things that you actually enjoy. So you just need to ask yourself, do I actually love this item that I can sit here each week and clean this item and maintain this item? And do I actually use this item? Is this item worth hanging on to? And the sixth easy way of decluttering is to get rid of anything that is broken, missing parts, or out of date. Going through your pantry is probably one of the easiest ways to declutter because we don't have that sentimental attachment to it. So by simply just going through that out-of-date food may get you into the mood and inspire you to do some further decluttering. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please give a thumbs up if you did, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. If you have any other decluttering tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would love to know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.